Hi guys, this is Terry David here. You all may know me from YouTube producing tons of material for CSEC maths, physics, chemistry, maths. Um, in this video, I'm going to be doing the solutions for the 2019 SCA maths paper, right? I've just been through the SCA process with my daughter. She managed to get 97.3 in the 2023 maths exam, right? So I'm going to run through the solutions with you guys here. I hope this helps you guys out. Okay, so question one, they want to know what is the value, right, of the underlying digit in the place value chart. Now they want the value here, right? Now this 3 that is being underlined here is in the 10,000 place value position. So therefore, this here is going to be 30,000, right? So that's the answer for question one. Question two, they want to know what is the largest prime number, right? They want to know what is the largest prime number, right? All right, so in terms of prime numbers, you need to know that a prime number is only divisible by 1 and itself, right? So when we look at the largest numbers here, right, this 87 here, that 87 is actually divisible by 3, so that's not a prime number, right? The next largest number would be 75. 5 can go into 75. But if we look at 67 here, right, this here is a prime number, right, and that is the largest prime number here. Question 3, we want to convert this into a mixed number. So we have 39 over 5, right? So if we 5 into 39 is going to be 7. 7 5s 35. You're going to have a remainder of 4. So this is going to be 7 and 4 over 9, right? I'm sorry, 7 and 4 over 5, my bad. Right, 7 and 4 over 5, right? Because you're dividing by 5 here. The next one here, we have a division, right, to do. So we have 36.48. 36.48 divided by 6. So this here is going to be 6. 6 is a 36, right? And we have our decimal point here, right? And 6 can go into 4, so this is going to be 0, right? And then 6 can go into 48 8 times, so this is going to be 6.08 as my answer, right? So this is 6.08. Right, they want us to write the missing number in the statement here. So if we look at this here, this is our distributive law here, right? So you'll notice you have 14 common to the two brackets, right? So this should have been 14 multiplied by, and in this case here, the number would have been this 10 plus 7. So this number here in the box should have been 17, right? That number should have been 17. All right, the next one we have square root of 121. So square root 121 plus 9 squared. So the square root of 121, you all should know the first, the squares of the first 12 numbers. So the square root of 121 is 11 plus the 9 squared is going to give me 81. And when I add this, I'm going to get 92. All right, so that's my answer for that one. For this next one here, we want to subtract 5 and subtracting 3/4 from 5, right? Now we can write 5 as 4 and 4 over 4, right? So 4 over 4 is a whole, right? The reason why I'm writing it like that is so that I can subtract the 3/4, right? So therefore 4 over 4, which is a whole, minus 3/4 is going to give you a quarter. So this here is going to be 1 and a quarter. Sorry, 4 and a quarter, not 1 and a quarter, right? 4 and a quarter. So that's question 7. Question 8, what is the total value of the bills? Well, we have $5. We add in this, plus we have an X dollar, plus we have an X dollar. Right, then we have 25, 25, 25, so that's 0.25 0.25, 0.25, 0.25. Then we have a 5 cents, so that's 0.05. And then we have a 10 cents, that's 0.10. So we're going to add up all of this here. So this is 5 and 5, 10 and 5, 15, and 5 is 20. You put 0 here, carry this 2. So that's 2 plus 2 is 4, and 2 6, and 2 8, and 1 9. And then we have 7. Right? So the total amount that I'm getting here is $7.90. Question 9, we have a long multiplication to do. So that is going to be 312 multiplied by 15. All right, 2 by 5 is 10. 1 5 is 5, and 1 6. 3 5s are 15. Now we're going to add that to, put a 0 here. 2 by 1 is 2. 1 by 1 is 1. 3 by 1 is 3. I'm just going to add this up, and that's going to give me my total. So this is 0. This is 6 and 2 is 8. This is 6, and this is 4. Right? So this here is going to be 4680. That's my product when I multiply this. Want to figure out the missing number in this thing here, right? So the fact that we have a 5 here, right, and we have a 7 here, right? What we're going to do, we need to, or we must realize that this sum here should give me 15, right? That sum should give me 15. So if I want to get 15, it means that this number here has to be an 8 in order for that to be 15, right? So 8 plus 7 will give you 15. That's why you will write 15 here. This 1, you're going to carry this 1 across here. So that's 3 and 1, 4. And you want to get a sum that is 4. So therefore, this number has to be a 0, right? So that's my answer for question 10. Question 11, we have 2 points on a ruler here, and we want to know the distance in cm. So this here is at your 18 cm mark, right? And this one here is at 24.5 cm, right? Because the Q is between the 24 and the 25. So if you want to get a length PQ, all you need to do is to say 24.50 cm minus 18 cm. So this is going to be 50 here, right? You're going to borrow 1 from this. This becomes 14. So 14 minus 8 is 6. So your answer is going to be 6.5 cm, right? 6.5 cm. Next thing we want here, we have an analog clock, and we want to know what is the time. So we're looking at the hands of the clock, right? And this should be easy enough. This is going to be 4:40, right? So that time is 4:40. Question 13, piece of the calendar is torn off. What would be the date of the 5th Friday, right? So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, right? So we need to go 2 more Fridays. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, right? So they said what date. So the 5th Friday is going to be on the 29th, right? So that's the answer here. It's the 29th we're looking for. Question 14, the solid below is made up of cubes of the same size. What is the total volume of the solid? Well, all we need to do here is to figure out the volume of 1 cube, right? So that volume of 1 cube here is going to be 2 by 2 by 2, right? Because each side of the cube is 2 cm. So this is 2 2s are 4 2s are 8. So this is 8 cm cube. That's the volume of 1 cube. Now when you look at the diagram here, right, the number of cubes the number of cubes here is going to be, so we have 1, 2, 3 this way, multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4 this way. So that's 12 cubes in the first layer. right? But then you have 2 layers, so you have to multiply by 2. So that's 4 3s are 12, 2s are 24. So you have 24 cubes in total. So if you want to get the volume of the solid, it's going to be 24 multiplied by 8. So that's 8 4s are 32. 8 2s are 16 and 3 is 19. So the total volume of this whole thing here is going to be 192 cm cube, right? So that's question 14. Question 15, which of the two angles greater than 90? So if you look at the diagram, the angles will be B and D. Those angles are greater than 90 because a 90-degree angle looks like this, right? That's 90 degrees. Question 16, name one solid with a uniform cross-section, right? One solid with a uniform cross-section. So basically, we can use a cube that has a uniform cross-section, right? You can use a cuboid, right? You can even use a cylinder, right? All of these solids have a uniform cross-section, right? Which plane shape has all the properties described? So we have number of pairs of parallel sides. We have 1. Number of pairs of equal sides. We have 1. And number of lines of symmetry, right? So we need to look at these diagrams here and see which one makes sense. So number of pairs of parallel sides, 1. If you look at D has 1 pair of parallel sides, right? Number of pairs of equal sides. So this length here and this length here, they're the same. So we have 1 pair of equal sides. Lines of symmetry. We go down this way here, we have 1 line of symmetry. So the answer is going to be D, right? D is the answer. Question 18, we have a pictograph and it shows 90 children here on the pictograph. And we want to figure out what does that one symbol represent. So what you will do is add up all the symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And this here plus this one here will give me 15, right? So what we need to do, we need to take 90 and we need to divide that by 15 in order to figure out what that symbol represents. So 3 can go into this 5 times, 3 can go into this 30 times, and then 5 can go into this 36 times. So therefore, this symbol here represents 6, right? That's what we're looking for, 6 children. Right, we have a tally chart here, shows the favorite colors of some students. What color represents the mode? So the mode is the one that occurs most frequently, which in this case here is the yellow. So the answer is going to be yellow, right? Question 20. Table shows the number of ice cream sold for 3 days. We want to know the mean number of ice cream. So what we need to do, we need to add up 25 plus 18 plus 35. All right, 5 and 5, 10, 18, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 7. So that's 78. That's my total. But then we have to take that total and we have to divide that by 3. So 78 divided by 3. Right? So this is going to be 2 3s are 6. 7 take away 6 is 1. Bring down the 8. 3 into 18 will give me 6. So the mean is equal to 26. Right? So that takes care of the first 20 questions. We typically get 1 mark for each of those. Let's move on to section 2. So we have 18 identical tables fit exactly along the length of a hole. Each table measures 2.5 in length. What's the total length? So all we need to do here is to take 18 and we multiply that by 2.5. Right, so 8 5s are 40. 1 5 is 5 and 4 9. And we're going to put a 0 here. 8 by 2 is 16. 1 2 is 2 and 1 is 3. Right, so this is going to be 0. 9 and 6 is 15. 3 and 1 is 4. Right, but we have 1 decimal point here, so therefore it is going to be 45. Right, So the answer is going to be 45 meters. That's the length of the hall here we're talking about. Question 22. John has to do a book report that contains 375 pages. He finishes reading 225 pages of the book. What percentage of the book does he still have to read? Right? So pages still to read will be 375 minus 225. 5 take away 5 is 0, 7 take away 2 is 5. So we have 150 pages still to read. Now they want to know the percentage of the book still to read. So it's going to be 150 over the total number of pages, which is 375, multiplied by 100%. Right? That's how we're going to work out this percentage here. Now, what we can do, we can say, all right, we can start dividing by 5s if we want, right? All right, so 25 can go into this 6 times, right? 25 can go in, no, sorry, that's not, hold up. That is 3 by 4, sorry, 15 times, right? It should be 15, right? This one is a 6, right? So 25 can go into the 150, 25 can go into 375, right? I can reduce this even further, right? 3 can go into this 2 times, 3 can go into this 5 times. So 2/5 multiplied by 100, that should give me 40%. So that's the percentage that I still need to read. Right? Darren filled boxes of orange juice and numbered the boxes in the order in which they were filled. He packed the 496 tin in box 21. So basically we have boxes here, right? You start with box 1, box 2, right? And we keep going. But they said that he packed the 496 tin in box 21. So this is box 21 here, right? And 496 tin is in that box, right? Box 21 is not completely filled. So this box here is not filled at all, right? That box is not filled here. How many tins were in box 21? All right, so for a question like this, it means that from box 1 to box 20, all those boxes would have been filled, right? Now the thing is, we're assuming that all the boxes have the same quantity, right? Which would make sense, because if we're looking at tins of orange juice, we assume all the tins are the same. We assume the boxes are all the same size as well. So what we're gonna do, you'll take the 496, right, tins, and we're gonna divide that by 20, right? Because 20 boxes are actually filled, right? So 2 by 20 will give me 40, right? When I subtract this, I'm gonna get 9. When I bring down the 6, I'm gonna get 96. So 20 into 96, right? That is gonna give me, right? That's gonna give me 4. 4 by 20 is 80. So that means that I have 16. So therefore, box 1 right up until 20, they are all filled, and each of them, they're filled with 24, right? So this box here would have had 24, and we have 16 left. So that means inside here, right, you have 16 tins inside here, right? Now what's the question asking for? Box 21 is not complete. How many tins were in box 21, right? Right, so we have 16 tins in that box here. So this is the answer that we want here. All right, 16 tins. Sita has 36 marbles. She has 37 marbles that Diana has. Right, how many marbles do they have all together? Right. So how are we gonna do this? All right, so I'm gonna just draw some boxes here to help you guys out. I'm going to draw 7 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? All of them supposed to be the same size. So anyways, she has 37 marbles. So this here represents how much Diana has, right? And Sita has 3 sevens. So she has 1 box, 2 boxes, 3 boxes. So these 3 boxes here represents 36. marbles, right? So that means that each box, right, is going to be 36 over 3, right? So that's 12. So each box represents 12. So therefore, that means that Diana, right, has 12 multiplied by 7 boxes. So that's going to give you 84, right? So Diana has 84, and Sita, right, she would have had 36. So therefore, they wanted the total altogether. So that's going to be 84 plus 36. 6 and 4 is 10. 8 and 1, 9, and 3 is 12. So the answer for this one here is going to be 120 marbles, right? That's the answer. Question 25. Diagram shows Maria and Chloe in a race. Maria is at the finish line, and Chloe is 15 and 3/4 meters behind. So she is, right? So this distance here is 15 and 3/4 meters. What is the total distance from start to finish? Well, all we need to do is to add 34 and 1/4, right, plus 15 and 3/4, right? Now 3/4 and 1/4 is 1, so let's put that 1 here. 5 and 4, 9, and 1, 10, right? 3 and 1, 4, and 1, 5. So the total distance here for this whole race here will be 50 meters, right? That's the distance for this race here. All right, what we have here? We have the prices of 3 different items as shown. So we have a notebook, folder, and a pen, and we have the cost. What we want to do? Complete the table. All right, so let's do the folder first. The folder is $30. We have 2 folders, so that's going to be 2 by 30. That's going to be $60. In the case of the notebook, right? Oh, we need to work that out. All right, so when you add these two here, the cost of the folders plus the pens, you're getting at 60 plus 15, that's going to be $75, right? That's $75 here for the cost of the folder plus the pen. But our total cost is $99. So you're going to take 99 and you're going to minus the 75. 9 take away 5 is 4. 9 take away 7 is 2. So therefore, this here is going to be $24, right? That's $24. Now, the price of a notebook is $8. So therefore, if you want to figure out how many notebooks they bought, you're going to take 24 and divide it by 8, and you're going to get 3 notebooks here, right? So it's going to be 3 notebooks, $24, and then 2 folders, $60. All right, Mr. Lee gave the following question in this class, and Kate wrote this, Pierre wrote this. Which one is correct? So 0.8 plus 0.2, right? So when you're adding, you need to make sure your decimal points are under decimal points. So this is my 10th position here. So 8 plus 2 is 10, right? So this is going to be 1.0. That's what the answer is supposed to be. So they said, who is correct? Whose answer is correct, right? So in this case, it's going to be Priya, right? So she's the one that is correct. And explain your answer. Well, this could be an explanation. You work it out. You need to make sure that your 10th position line up, right? In this case here, that is probably not what Kate did, right? So that's 27. 28, can 2 fractions with the same numerators and different denominators be equal, right? So we have a quarter and we have 1/8. So can 2 fractions with the same numerators, so we have 1/8 and we have, right? Right, use words or diagrams to explain why, explain this answer. So if a question like this here, right, you can use a diagram. So we're trying to say, based on the statement, same numerator. So this numerator is 1, this numerator is 1. They have different denominators, right? 4 and 8, those are different numbers. Use words or diagrams to explain, right, if they are equal. So what I would do in a scenario like this, right, I will draw a simple diagram, maybe a square. right? Let me see if I can use that. Should I use a square? One, two, yeah, I can use a square, right? I'm going to draw a next square, right? Same size, but this time I'm going to break it up, right, into smaller pieces here, right? Now, in this first diagram here, both squares are the same size, right? Now, if I shade this here, this represents a quarter, right? And if I go on the second diagram and I want to shade 1/8, right, that is going to be 1/8 here, right? So clearly, based on the size of the quarter and the 1/8, they are not equal. A quarter and 1/8, they are not equal, right? So you can use a simple diagram to explain your answer for this one. Question 29. At a school, 55% of the students are boys. All of the boys and 40% of the girls participated in a school concert. What percentage of the students participated in the school's concert, right? Okay, so this is what we have here. So this here represents boys, and that is 55%, right, of my total number of students here we're talking about. Now we're gonna have girls here. Now the girls now will be, that percentage will be 45%, right? Because if the boys represent 55, then the girls have to be 45, right? Now they said 40% of the girls participated in the school concert. So out of this piece here now, right, only 40% of this actually participated in the concert, right? So this piece here is 40% of the total number of girls, right? What percentage participated in the school concert, right? So they said what percentage of the school participated in the concert, right? So that's going to be 55%. That's all the boys. Plus we need to figure out how many girls we have here. Now the thing is, it's 40% of 45. So this is going to be 40 over 100 multiplied by, well, 45%, right? Now, this here will be 2 over 5, right? 5 can go into this 9 times, and you're going to get 18% here. So all we need to do is to add 55 plus 18%. So that's 8 and 2, 10 and 3 is 13, 5 and 1, 6. So that's a total of, 7, not 6. 8 and 2, 10 and 3 is 13. Yeah, 7. Right? So that's 73% of the entire school that participated in the concert. Right? So that's the answer for 29. Question 30. A farmer sold avocados over a period of 6 days. The number of avocados sold each day, right, has the following pattern. The number of avocados sold on the 5th and 6th day is not shown. How many avocados were sold altogether on the 6th? Oh, sorry, for the 6 days. Right? For the 6 days. So when you look at the pattern, right, it said follows a pattern. So when I jump from here to here, I'm adding 6. Right? When I jump from here to here, from 66 to 73, I'm adding 7. When I jump from here to here, I'm adding 8. So therefore, based on the pattern that we see in here, from 81, right, we need to add 9 here. So that's going to be 90. And then from here to here, we're going to add 10 this time. So you're going to get 100. So the total number of avocados will be 60 plus 66 plus 73, 81, 90, 100. So 6 and 3, 9 and 1, 10. 6 and 6 and 1, 7 and 6 is 13. This is going to be 20, 29, 37. Right? So you're going to get 470 in total. So we need to recognize the pattern and try to figure out how many avocados they sold on the 5th and the 6th. And then we're going to add them up. Question 31. What is the area? Right? So area, in this case here, you notice each square is 2 cm by 2 cm. So what you need to do is to figure out how many squares we have initially, So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I counted all the whole squares. So that's 11. Then this one and this one will make up an next whole. So that's 1. This one and this one here will make a next whole. And then this one and this one will make a next whole. So therefore, that is going to be a total of 14 squares. Right? 14 squares in total. So all we need to do is to take 14 and we multiply that by the area of one square, which in this case, one of these squares here has an area of 2 2s are 4. So we need to multiply this. So 4 4s are 16, 1 4 is 4, and 1 5. So this is 56 cm squared. Question 32. By how much should the ladder be extended to reach the height? So the height of the tree is 3 meters. So 3 meters, since we have a cm here, I should convert that 3 meters into centimeters. So you multiply by 100. So that is 300 cm. 2 meters and 35 is going to be 235 cm. Right? And we're subtracting this. So we're borrowing from this here. So this becomes 2. This is 10. This is 9. This is 10 here. 10 take away 5 is 5. 9 take away 3 is going to give me 6. So it's going to be 65 cm. Right? So that's how much we need to extend that ruler in order to work this out. Question 33. Mr. Day wants to tile the floor using 20 cm tiles, square tiles. 20 cm. So the first thing I would do, I will work out the area of this whole floor first of all. Right? So we can break the shape up into two parts. So this is the first part here, call that A1, call that A2, right? So the first part, let's make sure we know our dimensions here. So based on the dimensions here, this is going to be, because this is 2 here, this has to be 8 meters. So therefore A1 is a square. So therefore the area A1, because it's a square, is going to be 8 by 8. So that's 64 meters squared. Right? But since we're working in cm tiles, right, what I would do this instead. Yeah, what I will do here, right, I will, I'll work in cm, right, I'll work in cm. Right, so this is, if you want to convert from meters to cm, you're going to multiply by 100. So this is going to be 800, right, multiply by 800. So that 8 8s are 64. So that's 64 with 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is cm squared, right, that's cm squared. That's E1. E2 now, based on the dimensions there, this here is going to be 4 meters. So that is going to be 4 meters by 2. So this is going to be 400 by 200. Right? So that's going to be 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 cm squared. Right? So the total area, right, is going to be, you're going to add up the 640,000 plus 80,000, so that's 64. Right. Right, so that's cm squared here, right? Now the area of one square tile is going to be 20 multiplied by 20. So that's 2 2s are 4. 400 cm squared, right? So if you want to figure out how many tiles you need, you're going to take 720, right, and you're going to divide that by 400, right? So these two zeros will cancel here. Then we have basically 7200 divided by 4. So this 4 can go into this one time. Then you have 32. So that's 8. So this is going to be 1800 tiles, right? right? Next one here, question 34. The drawing below is a square yard, 5 cm, sorry, 5 meters. So therefore, this is also 5 meters. The yard is to be paved except for 2 rectangular patches of grass. The 2 patches are identical. What's the total area of the paved section of the yard? So all we need to do is to find the area of the whole yard. So that's going to be 5 by 5. Right? So that's 25 meters squared. That's the area of the whole yard. Then we need to remove the area of the grass now. Now, if from here to here is 4, right? What we need to do is to figure out what, we need to know this dimension, right? So that's going to be 4 minus 0.5, right? So this is going to be 3.5, right? Meters. But then we need to divide that by 2 in order for us to get this length here, right? So 3.5 divided by 2, you're going to get 1. That's 15 here. So this is 1.75 meters, right? So this here, this length here is going to be 1.75 meters, right? All right, now what am I going to do now? So I need to find the area of my 2 patches of grass, right? Now actually, I'm not watching something here. To tell you the truth, we don't have to do this, you know, right? The same 3.5 that you got here, all we could have done is said 3.5, right, multiply by this 2.5 here, and that'll give me the total area of the 2 patches of grass, right? So we don't need to divide by 2 here. That's double working. So let's multiply this here. 5 5s are 25, 3 5s are 15, 16, 17, 0, 5 2s are 10, 3 2s are 6, and 1 7. So when I add this up here, I'm going to get 875. We have 2 decimal places, so it's 8.75 meters squared, right? So that's the area of the grass itself. So all I need to do now to get the area of the part that you're going to pave, it's going to be 25.00 minus 8.75. So we need to start borrowing here. So borrow from this, you get 1. This is 15. Borrow from this, you get 14 here. This becomes 10. Borrow from that, that becomes 9. This is 10. 10 take away 5 is 5. 9 take away 7 is 2. 14 take away 8 is going to give me 6. So you're going to get 1625, right? 1625 meters squared, right? So that's the answer for question 34. Question 35, complete the shape. So we have a symmetry question here. So we check 1, 2, 3, 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Then we come along to 2 places down, so it's going to be here, right? Then we're going to come back in 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, right? Then we're going to go back out again, right? So that's my completed shape here. Next question here now. Write 2 differences in properties of kite A and kite B. So kite A is a trapezium. They actually told us that. And the next one here is a rectangle. They want 2 differences, right? So the rectangle, well, let's start with the trapezium, right? We have 1 pair of parallel lines, right? We have 1 pair of parallel lines, and the rectangle, we have 2 pairs. Right? So that's one difference. we can also look at the angles, right? In the case of the trapezium, right, we can probably say that the four angles, let's say the rectangle. We can say the four angles, right, are 90 degrees, right? In trapezium, the four angles could be different, right? The four angles could be different, right? But we could say four angles are not 90 degrees. Alright, so that's our comparison there. That's the best thing we could come up with. Question 37. Michael and Joey played a game where they both turned in a clockwise direction. They started the game with each boy facing north, and they both turned together. Michael made half turns and Joey made quarter turns. Right? Complete the table. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to do Michael first. Right? So Michael. They start the game, each of them facing north. So Michael is facing north initially, right? And he's making, so they both turning clockwise, and Michael is making half turns, right? So let's start. So after one turn, Michael should be facing south. So that's true, right? Then when he makes a next half turn, you're going to come back here. So you're going to be facing north now. Right, so that's Michael here. Let's do Joey now. So again, Joey starts off facing this way, right? And then he's moving clockwise, but he's making quarter turns. So when he makes one quarter turn, he's going to face east, right? Then when he makes a next quarter turn, he's going to be facing south, right? So that's correct. And then when he makes a next quarter turn clockwise, he's going to be facing west. So therefore, this here has to be west. Question 38. Table shows the scores of some standard 4 students' maths test. What percentage of the students had a score at least? Now, when they say at least 15, they mean 15 or more. So we're looking at 15, 20, 25, and 30. Those are the scores we're talking about here. So the number of students that we need here will be those students. So that's 10 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4. 6 and 4, 10 and 8 is 18. So this is 28. So we have 28 students over the total number of students. So we have to add 12 more students to this to get the total. 8 and 2, 10. 8 and 2 is 10. So that's 40. So it's going to be 28 over 40 multiplied by 100%, because they said a percentage. So this here is going to be 7 over 10 multiplied by 100%. So this is 70%. Right? Question 39. Total number of tickets sold. Right, so we have a raffle ticket sold here. Which boy or boys should be given more tickets? Right? So in terms of selling, right, we can say, all right, the one who sold the most tickets here, right? So Terry sold the most, right? So I sold the most, right? So if I sold the most tickets, then chances are I could potentially sell more, right? So I could give more tickets to Terry in order to get more sales here, right? So these are, you're analyzing statistics to make a decision. So this person seems like they're able to sell a lot of tickets. So if they sell out the tickets, then give them more to sell. All right, question 40. Arnold's mean mark in a test is 73. So the mean is 73, right? And we have, it's 4 tests, right? He wants his mean to go up by 5 marks. So your new mean, right? Now you wanted to go up by 5 marks here. So therefore you want the new mean to be 78, right? How many marks should he score in his 5th test? So this now here, we'll have a total of 5 tests, right? So all you need to do, you need to find the sum from the first scenario. So that's going to be 73 multiplied by 4. 3 4s are 12. 7 4s are 28, 29. So that's 292, right? Now, his new mean, you want it to be 78. So we need to figure out that sum as well, right? So in this case here, the sum here will be 78 by 5. So 78 by 5. 8 5s are 40. 7 5s are 35 and 4 is 39. So that's 390. So therefore, if you want your mean to increase to that, to 78, all we need to do, the new score has to be 390 minus 292, right? So we need to do some borrowing here again. So let's start with this one here. This will be 2. This is 19. Borrow again, 18, 10. 10 take away 2, you're going to get 8. 18 minus 9 is going to give you 9. So therefore, he needs to get 98 marks in the next test, right? So it's 98 marks he needs for his mean to increase by 5, right? So that takes care of section 2, right? Section 2. Question 41. Omari bought magnets and spinners. Each magnet costs $2 and each spinner costs $4. So it's an unequal sharing question here. So magnets and we have spinners, right? We know the cost of each magnet is $2. Cost of each spinner is $4, right? And he bought 7 more magnets than spinners. So we don't know how many spinners we have, but it's 7 more. So let's call this box and let's call this box plus 7, right? Now the total amount that he spent is $104, right? So that's the total. Right? So here's what you're going to do. Now the thing is, when you are working out your cost, you have to take the quantity and multiply by the price. So box plus 7 by 2 and then box multiplied by 4, right? So here's what you're going to do here. You're going to say 7 multiplied by 2, that's going to be 14, right? 7 by 2 is 14. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove that $14 from the 104. Right? That's going to give me $90, right? Now what is that $90, or what is it, what do we have in that cost there, right? So in that cost, you have box by 2, right? And you have box by 4, right? So therefore, that's a total of 6 boxes there. So 6 boxes is actually equal to $90, right? 6 boxes equal to $90. So therefore, 1 box will be 90 divided by 6, right? So this is going to be 30 over 2. You're going to get 15. So therefore, 1 box represents 15. Now you want to figure out how many magnets did he buy. So the magnets, right, is equal to 1 box plus 7. So we just worked out that 1 box is 15 plus 7. So that's going to be 22, right? So therefore, it's 22 magnets that he wants here, right? Our next question here now, we have family of 4. They purchased lunch. Total bill is $125. And each person's meal included a fruit punch. How many burgers and salads were bought? So $8 for a fruit punch. So it's 4 of them. So therefore, the fruit punches will be 8 by 4. So that's $32. Right? That's how many they're going to spend on the fruit punches. Now the bill is $125. So what I would do, I would say, okay, $125 minus the $32. 5 take away 2 is 3. 12 take away 3 is 9. So this here is $93. So the remaining $93 would have been used to purchase burgers and salads, right? Now, to figure out how many burgers and salads, this is going to be a trial and error here now, right? So let's see. If I purchase 2 burgers, that is going to be 48. So that's 2 burgers plus, let's say, a salad. It's 21. That's going to be 9. That's 69. So we're not there yet, right? Now let me shift this a little bit here. Let's say I put 3 burgers instead, right? So 24 by 3. 4 3s are 12. 2 3s are 6 and 1 7. So that's $72 for 3 burgers. And let's add a salad to that. So $72 for 3 burgers plus a salad, which is 21. Yeah, look, I'm getting the $93 here now. So this question, I'll have to do this by trial and error. So this means that they would have purchased 3 burgers, right, and 1 salad, right? So that's the answer there. 3 burgers, 1 salad. Question 43. Identical rectangular cards are placed on a straight line at an equal distance from each other. Total distance from the first card to the third card is 17, right? What is the total distance from the third card to the 12th card, right? From the third card to the 12th card. Now, first thing I would do, I will work out what is the spacing between these guys here, right? I need to work out the spacing between these here, right? So the first card is 3 cm, right? So the first card is 3 cm. The second card here is also 3 cm, and this is also 3 cm, right? So therefore, if I want to work out the spacing, right, that is going to be a 3 here, a 3 here, right? So therefore, the total amount of spacing will be 17 minus 9, right? That's going to give me 8 cm. That's the total spacing. But you have 2 spaces between the first and the third card. So therefore, the spacing, right, is going to be 8 over 2. So that's going to be 4 cm, right? So that's the spacing. So that's here. That's 4 cm. Here is also 4 cm. And so we keep going. Now, they want you to work out the total distance between the third. Now, this is a little unclear here, because do they want the beginning of the third to the end of the 12th? Right? So what I'm going to assume it's from the beginning of the third to the end of the 12th. That's what I'm going to assume, right? So we want to work out our total distance. Now, check to see how many cards you're going to have, right? Now, some students have a little trouble with this, right? Some students have a little trouble with this. All right, so what I'll tell students to do is use your fingers if you need to, right? So third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a total of 10 cards, right? Right, so that's a total of 10 cards, right? So in this case here, so each card is 3 cm, right? So it's going to be 10 multiplied by 3 cm. So that's 30 cm. Right, so that takes care of all the cards. Now we need to look at the white spaces now. So if you have 10 cards, it means you have 9 white spaces. So this is going to be 9 multiplied by 4. Right, so that's going to be 36 cm, right? And so therefore the total distance between our third and 12th card will be 30 plus 36. So that's going to be 66 cm, right? Right, so in this question here, we have a pattern, right? And what I would do, I would say, okay, first step, you have 3 blocks. In the second one, you have a total of 3 3s are 9. Yeah, 9. In our third pattern, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 18. And then in the fourth one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have a total of 30 steps, right? Now we have to use this now to figure out what is in our 6th step. So this is 5th and this is 6th, right? Now, when you look at the numbers here, right, we have to see what's happening here. So when you go from 3 to 9, right, we increasing by 3 here, right? When you jump from here to here, right, you're increasing by 9. When you jump from here to here, right, that's a total of how many? 12, right? So now, if you notice something here, we keep, let me see what the pattern look like. Oh wait, sorry. I want to watching something here. We increase by 6 as we jump from the first to the second step. This is 6 here, right? So let's take a closer look at this here. So what you keep doing here, the number that we increasing by, it keeps increasing by 3. So therefore, if I'm going to jump to my 5th step, you're going to add 15. So 15 plus 30, you're going to get 45, right? This is 45 here. If we jump in from the 5th to the 6th, we're going to increase by 18. So 45 plus 18. 8 and 2, 10 and 3 is 13. So this is going to be 63, right? So the answer for the first part here is going to be 63. So you can do the question like this. You can write out the pattern, right? So that's from step 1 to 6. Now, if 135 cubes, so they're telling us we're using 135 now, right? How many steps will we use in this case here? So what I would do, I would continue with the pattern. So for 7, we're going to add, remember this number here is increasing by 3. So that's 21, right? So that's 63 plus 21. So that's 4, 6 and 2, 8. So we are 84 here, right? For the 8th one now, we're going to increase here, but you're going to increase by 24. So we add an next 24 to this here. So that's 4 and 4, 8, 8 and 2 is 10. So we reach 108 here, right? Remember we aiming to get to 135. So maybe it's one more, I'm not sure. So we're going to add, this time here, you're going to add 27. So 108 plus 27. 7 and 7 is 14 and 1, 15. So this is 135. Yeah, so that's it. Right? You're going to get a 135 steps, right? So it's your 9. 9 is the answer they're looking for. And the last question here, we have Maya has 285, Rennie has 350, Zara has 175. So we have Maya, we have Rennie, we have Zara. So we have 285, we have 350, right? And we have 175. And what's happening here now is, how many stickers must Rennie give to Maya? So she has to give this way, so that all 3 girls have the same number of tickets. Right? Now, what I will do, I'll find the total number of stickers first of all. 285 plus 350 plus 175. Right? Alright, so we're just going to add this up here. 5 and 5 is 10. 8 and 1, 9. 9 and 7 is 16 and 5, 21. 2 and 2, 4 and 3, 7 and 1, 8. That's how much? 810. Right, so that's 810. Now, if you want all of them to have the same number of stickers, we're going to take 810, right? And you're going to divide that by 3 of them. So this is going to be 2. 2 3s are 6. Right, so that's 21, so this is 70. So therefore each of them should have 270 stickers, right? So now we want to figure out how much should Rennie give to Maya, right? So all we need to do is to take 350, right? Oh no, wait, one sec. You want to figure out how much Rennie needs to give Maya, right? So Maya is 285, right? Make sure that's correct. One sec. Oh, sorry. I read it wrong. How much was Rennie and Maya? Right? How much must Rennie and Maya give to... Right. Okay, so all we need to do here, we just need to, we can say 350 minus 270, right? That'll be how much Rennie will give to Zara, right? So this here, we're gonna borrow, right? So this is gonna be 80. So Renee must give her 80, right? And then Maya, to work that out, we're gonna say 285 minus 270. Right, so 5, this is 5, 8 take away 7 is 1, so therefore 15. So Maya needs to give 15, right? So these are my two answers here, 80 sorry, and 15, right? So guys, these are the solutions for the 2019 SEA Maths paper, right? Sorry if it was a little rushed, right? I'm just doing this for you guys to give you some assistance, right? So please hit like and subscribe, all right? Take care, guys.